Hello, and thank you for joining me today on this episode of Creatively Balanced. My name is Angelia Williams, and I am a professional vocal coach, a life coach, a mental skills coach, and a motivational speaker. Today, we're going to discuss the issues of substance abuse in the creative community. Not only can this affect your career, this can affect your life as a whole. Let's discuss.
And I am more. I'm more than my lips. Yes, I am. And my high heel. And my high. I'm more than my lipstick.
So, substance abuse is a huge issue in the creative community, especially amongst musicians and singers. I have had clients to tell me that they get into a better creative space when they are either high or extremely intoxicated. Well, that is an issue. Because unfortunately, if you are a creative and this is your livelihood, that can mean you are leading yourself down a path, a possible path of addiction. In order to get into a creative space, if you need a substance, what you need to do is seek counseling to get that resolved, and then learn the mental skills that it takes for optimal performance every time you perform, and also learn the mental skills to get into that creative headspace to help you to create your material. So I would like to talk about a very well-known artist who unfortunately succumbed to her addiction, and that is Amy Winehouse. It is very rare that, we have a lot of people that are great singers, they're amazing artists, but it is rare that you get an Amy Winehouse, because not only was she a phenomenal singer, she embodied the whole spirit of being an artist. She was a walking piece of art, and it's very rare that you get those type of artists. Well, unfortunately, because of her drug addiction, she lost her life. I'm going to play this small clip for you, and I just want you to watch her body language in this video and see how disturbing these types of addictions are. As you can see in the video, Amy is extremely inebriated. It almost makes me wonder where her team was before she went into this interview. I have worked with bands, because not only do I work with solo singers and speakers, I also work with full bands. And I have seen bands where one of the bandmates had a substance abuse problem and none of the other bandmates would address it. And I understand sometimes, a person doesn't want your help, and I get that. However, this particular band that I'm thinking about didn't even try. They never approached him. His substance abuse just got worse and worse, and it became a snowball effect. As a creative, you're always on a stage, many times, and, the pressure and the anxiety causes depression a lot of times. Feeling like you need that extra kick for a better performance is not wise. There are skills that you can be taught that can help you with optimal performance every time that you perform, and you won't need a substance. Also, the skills needed in order to get into that creative headspace can be taught. You don't have to use a substance that is not the wise road to take, because many times that is a road to addiction. You also have the issue of we don't have PTO days, right? We don't have a job where you can call in when you're ill, or call in when you are not in a good mental space, or call in because you've had loss, or call in because, something has happened in your personal life, whatever that may be. That's not available to us. I just saw a clip of a well-known artist. She is a comedian and her name is Tammy Roman. She had lost everything in Texas because of the cold weather. And she was crying and heartbroken. And she was talking about how everything she worked for to give her children was now gone. And then she said, I'm trying to pull myself together because I have a show. There was no stop. There was no hit the pause button for her. And a lot of creators deal with this because we create content, whether it be music, whether it be movies, whether it be, whatever, an act, whatever you have, even YouTubers, the really famous YouTubers, they create content and they're expected to constantly create this content no matter what they're going through in their personal lives. Well, a lot of times this causes depression as well. And a lot of creatives, they kind of try to navigate through that utilizing some type of substance. If this is you, or if this is a creative that please, I urge you to seek help. That is not my area of expertise, so I always refer issues like that out to a counselor, in this specific case to a substance and drug abuse counselor. That is what if you're dealing with this, or the person that that is dealing with this needs. They need that type of counseling. If it's something where you feel like, I'm a creative and I need that substance to help me get into that headspace, please contact me. There are mental skills that I can teach you, we can work on to help you pull away from that maladaptive behavior, because that behavior leads to addiction. And as we saw in the case of Amy Winehouse, unfortunately, she lost her life because of that. So please, I urge you, I will put links down below this video, not only links for just counselors, for talk therapy. There are counselors in specific that deal with traveling and touring musicians and singers. I will also, for this video, put substance abuse counselors, a link to resources for you. Find a safe space. I know that many times it is hard when the camera's always on you to kind of take a moment to just be a human being and say, I need help. But just know that help is available for you. Again, this is Angelia Williams, and I thank you so much for joining me on Creatively Balanced. And please remember, it is okay and a beautiful thing to be creative. However, be creative, yet human.
Because I am